Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. You've met Patrick Ramsey, who's the clinical director of Samaritan Counseling Center, and Terry Stewart, who is the director of development. And she's been telling us, or they've been telling us, about this event that's coming up on September the 22nd. And it's something you just can't miss because it's going to be so much fun. Just the dancing alone, even if we didn't have these wonderful families to recognize, and anyone who knows these 5 families certainly will want to be here to help recognize and applaud them. But I want, before you finish up and give any other information, I want Patrick to tell us really what this means to have an event like this. And first of all, the awareness of the Samaritan Counseling Center, because many times you don't know that a Samaritan Counseling Center even exists in your community till you need it or till your doctor refers.
Sure, programs like this help. And of course, Family of the Year, which is an annual event for Midland, Odessa, and the Permian Basin, puts our name out. Family of the Year really allows us to do what we do. We see low-income clients and people that need financial assistance to get their counseling, and a lot of people who really need help probably would have a difficult time if we didn't have a fundraiser like Family of the Year. So it's real important to us.
And there's not a lot of fundraisers that Samaritan Counseling Center has. This is really one of the few ways that we not only involve the communities. And one of the things I want us to say right off the bat is the Samaritan Counseling Center is for the whole Permian Basin. We have clients from everywhere, every nook and cranny.
Oh yeah,
of this,
well,
Permian
people
Basin.
from Hobbs, Fort Stockton, Kermit, Monahans, of course Big Spring and Andrews, and just everywhere come to us.
And that is really important to just mention, that the ways they come to you is either employee recommendation, doctor recommendation, church recommendation. So you get referrals, or people who just call you and say,
and a lot of word of mouth.
I think I need.
Well, Samaritan has a history in the community of doing what we do, and so that comes back to us.
Yes, that's true, except that we're such a mobile society that you have people moving in that maybe don't know about the Samaritan Counseling Center. And we're going to get into the history next week. But let's talk just a minute more. I am so excited about this orchestra. So tell us a little bit about where you got an orchestra that was named the Sentimental Journey Orchestra.
Well, for people who've lived in Midland for several years might remember that the Commemorative Air Force used to bring the Sentimental Journey Orchestra, the Desert Squadron, which is located in Odessa, which is one of the CAF wings, used to have a yearly hangar dance. And the Sentimental Journey Orchestra was the band. Of course, members change out throughout the band, but it was the one, and they are actually from Kerrville, Texas.
And they're named that, and they play pretty much the Glenn Miller type music.
Yes, ma'am. All the big band, the swing dance.
Big band sound. And you said there were 17 members and 3 vocalists?
3 female vocalists who does the Andrews Sisters type. And I've heard them, and they are absolutely amazing.
Aww.
Do we need to bring costumes?
Yes, you will need to wear your costume. What's the really best part about it is that this is one large major fundraiser, but inside this one large fundraiser, there will be so many different ways also for people to donate through the auctions, through a 50-50. It's just going to be a wonderful night to raise money for the Samaritan Counseling Center.
Or to just come and learn a little bit more
about what we do.
And to be inspired by these families, and also to have an opportunity to say thank you for what you're doing in our community to the people that know the different families.
That's right.
And one of the things that I want us to just talk a little bit more about is this client assistance fund that the money goes to, because we're talking about the sliding scale for people who don't have access to any other help, like employee assistance programs or insurance or any of those things. And there is such a realm of services and opportunities, and any of those, whether it's child counseling, family counseling, marital counseling, or whatever, is falls under this client assistance program if they qualify.
Absolutely. We, like you mentioned, couples counseling, child counseling. We have a lot of trauma counseling, post-traumatic stress disorder, substance abuse, you name it. And anybody can come if they qualify for the client assistance funds and get help with that if they are not able to afford the regular price.
At one time, and correct me if this isn't true anymore, but at one time we had government assistance for military people who were coming out and were having some stress syndrome from that.
Yeah, we still do. It's called Triad, and is it the 21 days that it's called?
It's called 31 days.
31 days.
And because you only, some of the assistance you get only is for a certain amount of time, and then you have to become fundraisers again for that certain era, and that's what we're going to be working on next, is keeping that alive and having fundraisers for that to make sure our military, no matter actually what military conflict they were in, they are able to come, whether
even back to the Vietnam.
Absolutely. They can come and their family can come and have counseling assistance with us.
And that's been very helpful in the past year as I've been there. We've had lots of military or ex-military people come that had really big problems from war, post-traumatic stress disorder, acute stress, and we've had some counselors that are very good at what they do to help them through those things. So
the whole family through those
absolutely
things, because it can tear a family apart in no time.
And the sad thing about it is, even some of the insurance now and even Medicaid only has reduced the amount that they will pay for counseling services. So it's really important that we do have this assistance for our clients, because even the ones with insurance, it doesn't cover what it used to.
And we had a psychiatrist on a few weeks ago, and he was talking about mental health is just as important to care for as physical health. And so
well, because the mind and body interact so much.
That's right. Tell me the deadline again for getting tickets for this event.
You can get an individual ticket up to the day of the event.
If there's any available.
If there's any available. Sponsorships, you can get them up until the September 5th. So just please contact me, 563-4144, and we hope to see you on the 22nd.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next Sunday with another program.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB-TV and KWES-TV.